All right, boys and girls, we're going to try this a second time because you are not going to believe what happened. Let's just say this is new software. This is the second time I'm using this software today. And this stuff is not set up for a 72-year-old man to use. It's set up for a 5-year-old. So I was trying to adjust things, and I don't know what I clicked. No, that wasn't it. I clicked something, and all of a sudden my screen went sideways. So it went basically from landscape into portrait mode. The problem is, I have no idea what I hit, first of all. And second of all, have you ever tried to negotiate your screen when it's sideways? I'm trying to get the mouse pointer to go, well, what I had to do, so instead of running the mouse this way, I should say, instead of running the mouse this way, I had to turn the mouse and run it this way. But I had to kind of tilt my head. Well, finally, I got it back the way it should have been. Okay? But I ended up having to leave the stream. Now, I have no idea right now where this stream is going. Am I live on YouTube? Am I recording to be put up on YouTube and an upload later? I have no idea. This is the first time using this software. Now, as far as I can see, the camera's working, and from what I get, the sound is working. But where this stream is going right now, I have no idea. It says live and recording. So am I live on YouTube right now? And it's also recording it? I don't know. Like I say, this software, all this streaming stuff, and the reason I had to download this software, because for some reason, like I started to say before, if you don't use YouTube on a regular basis, things change. And evidently, for some reason, I had to download streaming software in order to go live. I never had to before. I would just go in and set up the program and hit go live on YouTube. And it kept coming back, error, try again, error, try again, error, try again. So I went into my dashboard, and it said something about start your streaming software. I never had streaming software. So it gives you a list of like 10 different streaming softwares. Some of them are money. I don't want money. I want free. This was one of the free ones. It's Talk Studio by Streamlabs. I don't know if this is a good one. Right now I don't even know what's going on. I don't know if I'm on YouTube Live or if this is being recorded for later. Like I say, I'm looking up the top of the screen. It says live and recording. So I'm assuming I'm live on YouTube, but I also assume that I'm recording this for posterity. I don't know. Like they say, you should never assume, because when you assume, it makes an ass out of you and me. So, and then, like I say, this thing's acting up. It doesn't sound like it's at normal volume like this usually would. Damn, he got close. Okay. All right. What I originally wanted to talk about was worthless websites. Now, let me give you the backstory. A friend of mine, her son-in-law stopped over, and he said, that his uncle had passed away, and he knew that I collected CB radios. So he says, I've got 3 CB radios that were in his den. He had taken a bedroom in the house and turned it into a den. So he gives me the box, and I thank him, and I bring the box in, and I didn't pay much attention to it. One day I opened it, I looked in, I saw what I thought were 3 CB radios. Well, they were not CB radios, they're ham radios. Now, I couldn't have got these at a better time. 60 years ago, at the end of the street, we had 2 neighbors that were ham radio operators. And both of them, now I was 12 at the time, okay? Both of them attempted to teach me about ham radios. At that time, you had to learn Morse code. Now, for your younger generation, this is like back in the days of the Titanic. You sent messages by a key. Dot 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 dash dot dash dash dot 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 dot. It was a key. Well, I could never master the Morse code key because you had to send like 2 sentences in order to pass the test. I gave up. Well, I found out It's radios, and they're all what they call the 2 meter. Back in the day when I was 12 years old, it was called the novice class. Now the FCC calls it the technicians class. So there's other frequencies you can broadcast on, but the main one is 2 meter. Well, these three radios are 2 meter. All right. So the best way to learn about ham radio is to contact a club. Okay. Well, we have two clubs. Actually, I found out we've got four. One is out in Geauga County. That's too far for me. One is right here on the west side. But I want to pick some of these guys' brains as to exactly what you need to know for the test. Okay? I know that there are 35 questions and you've got to pass, like, you got to get 28 of them to pass. Now, there's a couple of websites that give you sample tests with the questions that are on the exam. But they cost money. I don't want to pay money. So, I go into the two websites, the one for the club out east and the one for the neighborhood here, the Ham Radio Club. It gave the list of members, president, vice president, secretary, so on and so forth, and email addresses. Okay? In the first club, I emailed 12 members. Just clicking on the email, every member had their email. You click on it, each and every one was returned undeliverable. Now, why have somebody spent some money on this website? Why have an expensive website with email addresses that don't frickin' work? So I went to the club in this area, the West Side Club. Same damn thing. Why have websites with email addresses that don't frickin' work? Well, the other day, now, the club out east, I signed up to become a member. I got an email, and it was about, they were looking for guys that wanted to teach Morse code. They want to try to bring Morse code back. Well, this guy and this guy, neither one of us, we're not learning Morse code. But it had a different email contact. So I emailed the guy, and he responds back like 10 minutes after I sent my email. I told him I tried to contact everybody, he tells me, he says, yeah, they're revamping the website. Well, why don't you have a notice? We're revamping the website. I typed out 26 emails for the two clubs, and each and every one came back to me undeliverable. So he tells me that there are two newer clubs that meet, get this, 72 years old, right? 1 foot in the grave. Where do they meet? At a funeral home. All right, neither here nor there. So I emailed him back this morning and I says, give me the contact information for the two clubs so that I can get some information, as I guess the easiest way to find out what I want to know would be to attend the meeting. But you know, to sit here and type out, of course, you know, I was telling my friend about this, and he goes, well, you know, after the first couple came back undeliverable, why did you? I said, well, hit or miss. I was hoping maybe one of them would get to somebody. But this is a bucket list item that it's only taken me 60 years to finally go after. I've got the radios. I have to figure out a temporary antenna. But here I am. I don't have to spend money for the radios. I don't want, you know, they say, well, once you get your technician license, go for your general and then go for your advanced. I don't need all that, because I don't plan on spending money on a bunch of equipment. I've got the radios. I can at least get my license, hopefully, and check one more item off my bucket list. Boy, you are cranky today, aren't you? Get back in your cage. I don't know what his problem. I know what his problem is. He enjoys, you know, he used to do the opening and the closing on my videos every time I would do a video. Well, he's been in his cage ever since, and he wants to get on the air. All right, you get some airtime, back in your cage. He ain't happy, but there, get in your cage. So, needless to say, I have no idea where this stream is going. I hope it's getting out. I hope it gets saved in my recording archives. And if it works, I guess I'll keep it. Out of all, now I tried 2 or 3 of these. I downloaded them and then I removed them because Oh my God. Two of them were impossible to figure out. This one's pretty easy, I think. It said, do you want to pair with YouTube? I paired it. It appears that I'm streaming. It says add guest. I guess I could add a guest at some time. It says add a camera. I don't need to add a camera. I've got a camera right there. Right there. I got a camera right there. Boy, there's all kinds of stuff I can. What? I could actually make this kind of fancy. I can see over on the side of the screen there. I can open up a chat feature. We'll have to figure that one out. I don't need to add a second camera. I could add guests. It says share stream. I don't know. See, the problem is there's no instructions with this, unless I'm not clicking no buttons right now because it took me long enough to get a stream going. But I guess somewhere there might be instructions as far as adding a guest, sharing the stream. Add videos. Now I know on some of the YouTube creators, they are live and then they show a video. So I got to figure that out. Because that way if I go out and I film something, I could bring it up. See, this is a learning experience, boys and girls. But for what I'm looking at, there's a lot of goodies in here. Bring up the news. No, you don't want to bring up the news. Apps, no. Intros, outros, virtual. See, there's all kinds of goodies. Intros, outros, virtual backgrounds, tickers, background overlays. Wow. I guess I'm going to have to try to figure this out, boys and girls. Because it looks like maybe I could become somewhat professional. All right, no, we'll never get professional, but where am I at? Wow, I've been on 25 minutes already, but I don't know where this is going. Powered by Talk Studio. See, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know if this, it says live. But I don't see a YouTube logo anywhere. You know, when I was broadcasting on YouTube, I knew exactly what was going on. This, I don't. I don't know where it's being broadcast. I don't know if I'm on YouTube or TalkTick or Twitchy. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm broadcasting on. All I know is I'm live somewhere. I'm live somewhere. It'll be interesting. It says it's recording. I hope it's recording so that it's being saved in my archive. But I don't know. Like I say, I don't see a YouTube logo anywhere, so I have no idea what's going on. All I know is I'm live somewhere out in the stratosphere. I'm in a cloud somewhere, I guess. If I'm on YouTube, I'm happy as shit right now, but I don't know. I mean, I logged in with my YouTube, I logged into YouTube. And then it came up with this talk studio and it said pair with YouTube or something. I can't remember. I know I clicked on YouTube, not Facebook. Because I guess you can use this to go live on Facebook. I don't know. Settings. Recording, display. I guess what I'm going to have to do is open this tomorrow and read through everything, like high definition output, recording, display, video, intros, outros, virtual background, styles, font thing. I guess what I'll have to do is click and open each one of these boxes and see what it all does. Because like I say, right now I have no idea where I'm at. Am I live on YouTube? Am I also recording for my YouTube archives of videos? I don't know. All I know is I like what I'm seeing on the screen. It's a lot better definition than when I was recording on YouTube. It's almost like I could touch my monitor and feel my forehead. I like what I'm seeing on my monitor. Wherever I'm going, I hope I look that good. Very interesting. Like I say, out of the 10 that were listed, this one was the easiest. This was like a beginner's, because I was able to, if I'm on the air live somewhere right now, was the easiest to get on air. But where I am, I don't know. I don't know if I'm YouTube. I'm not going to click any of these right now. It says 1, 2, 3 with an arrow. Mute. No, I don't want to mute. Nope, nope, nope. Add camera. I don't need to add a camera. Share. I don't know where I would be sharing. I can add music. Supposedly, see, this is the free version. There's a pro version. Now, I'm not seeing it, but it says something about this has got a watermark in it. I'm not seeing it on my screen. It's possible there's something showing on your screen, or something that will be wherever this recording is. But if this is a YouTube live stream, it was very easy to at least get this far. Like a dummy. I just clicked, start stream. But what I should have done was probably read all of the boxes on the side of the monitor here, and probably got an idea as to where I'm recording, if I'm live and recording at the same time. I see a little eyeball up here. What is that? I'm clicking on that. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, looks like I'll be on more often. Boy, there's a lot of stuff on here. A lot of stuff. Like I say, when I downloaded the software, I instead of being in such a hurry to get online, I probably should have read all of this stuff on the side. But I think, like I say, I don't see a YouTube logo, so I don't know if I'm live on. I clicked on YouTube. I know I didn't click on Facebook. Yeah, I've never done a Facebook Live. I'm always doing videos on YouTube. So if I'm on YouTube right now, I'm happy. And if this is also being recorded for my archives, I'll be even happier. We're at 34 minutes. I probably bored the shit out of everybody. I made my comment about the website, which I originally wanted to talk about, and made a fool out of myself the rest of the time here. So, I think with that, we're going to bring the grumpy old vulture. You want to say goodbye? You want to end the stream and say goodbye? Yes? All right. Give him the stink eye. Give him the stink eye like you always did. give them the stink eye. And with that, boys and girls, we're going to call it a night. And hopefully this is saved somewhere. See you, bye. Wave bye. Wave bye.